Hello, my name is Adrienne Heflin, and today I'm going to be proposing the project based learning implementation plan. So, the objective here is to incorporate project based learning into the classroom to enhance student engagement, critical thinking, and collaboration skills. We're going to be discussing a school, Winborn Elementary, in KDISD. Winborn Elementary is a public school in a large suburban area. The student teacher ratio is 12, and it has 56% of economically disadvantaged students. So I feel like project based learning would be a good plan to implement here, as the math proficiency is at 48% and reading proficiency is at 49%. And with project based learning, we are hoping to get these numbers up at least to 70%. As you can see here for this school, the ranking factors of their reading performance does meet expectations, but math performance is somewhat below expectations. And with project based learning, again, I'm hoping that this will um, get math up to meeting expectations and then reading getting up to mastering expectations. So, how will we do this? How will we implement project based learning? Well, first, we'll start by conducting a needs assessment, which means we'll just gather input from our teachers, administrators, and students to understand their expectations and concerns regarding instructional change. Next, we'll do goal setting. So, we'll set clear goals and objectives for implementing project based learning, such as increasing student engagement, fostering critical thinking skills, and promoting collaboration. We'll also define measurable outcomes and benchmarks to evaluate the effectiveness of the instructional change. Next is our professional development. We will provide professional development opportunities for teachers to learn about project based learning and the strategies that can support it. We'll offer workshops, seminars, online courses to build teachers' knowledge and their skills in how they will design and facilitate project based learning experiences. We'll also encourage collaboration and sharing of the best practices amongst the teachers through peer observation and reflective discussions. We'll also have to redesign the curriculum. So, this means that we will collaborate with teachers to align the existing curriculum with the project based learning principles. And we'll identify appropriate topics and themes that lend themselves well to project based learning. Also, with redesigning the curriculum, we want to design learning experiences that incorporate real world problem solving, hands on activities, and student driven inquiry. We'll also integrate formative and summative assessments that align with the project based learning goals. Integrating technology. So, we would need to identify technology tools and the resources that can support and enhance project based learning. We need to provide training and support for the teachers so that they can effectively use these technology tools, such as collaboration platforms, multimedia creation tools, and online research databases. Also, with integrating technology, we want to explore the opportunities for virtual collaborations, digital presentations, and online resources to enrich the project based learning activities. Next, we want to implement and support. So, we really want to focus on supporting teachers during the initial implementation of project based learning by offering them guidance, resources, and ongoing feedback. We want to foster a culture of collaboration and continuous improvement by creating those opportunities for teachers to reflect on their experiences, share their successes and challenges, and learn from one another. We also want to have ongoing support. So, coaching, mentoring, regular check ins, just so we can address any concerns and ensure that successful implementation of project based learning is being done. Now, we want to evaluate and reflect. So, we continuously have to evaluate the impact of project based learning on student engagement, critical thinking, and the collaboration skills. We'll collect data through student assessments, through observations, and feedback to measure the effectiveness of the instructional change. We'll also regularly review and reflect on the process and make adjustments as needed. So, how can we communicate the change? How will we communicate the change to our staff, students, parents, etc.? So, after the needs assessment, we'll run it as a trial. And based on that trial, we can then simply hold a staff meeting that we want to continue on with the plan, and teachers and staff can continue implementing project based learning. Of course, at that staff meeting, we will get input, feedback, and things of that nature, and have make a deciding factor. Then we also will send out a newsletter to parents, making them aware of the change, along with research based evidence to support that change. Some possible challenges that may come about with project-based learning is that teachers and students, they might struggle with adapting to that non-traditional way of teaching and the learning roles. Also, there might be too much of a workload for students and staff because this is project based. And so it requires a lot of collaboration, which ultimately makes for more responsibilities from each party, whether it be students or staff. Another challenge that we might have to deal with is lack of adequate professional development to train for PBL. So it is important that we get ample amount of professional development training to ensure that this can be a success. So, how will we know if success is achieved? Well, we'll know by these six things. We'll ask ourselves, is it standards based? Is it student driven? Is it hands on? Is it rigorous? Is it authentic? And can it be assessed? If the answer is yes to all six of these things, then we know that project based learning is successful, is it's showing success and it is achieved. In conclusion, by following this instructional change plan and integrating those technology tools and resources, teachers can create engaging and impactful learning experiences for students through project based learning. So, the use of technology can facilitate collaboration, enhance research capabilities, and provide the avenues for creative expression and presentation of project outcomes. I hope that this presentation and this implementation plan gave you a great idea of what project based learning could look like in the classroom. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to ask at this time. And thank you so much for watching and listening.